James Murdoch's exit paves way for News Corp to move further right. James Murdoch's resignation from the board of News Corp confirms divisive splits in the publishing arm of his family's media empire and removes a powerful dissenting voice against the right-wing slant of the group, according to insiders. The move marks the full departure of Rupert Murdoch's youngest son from News Corp, and it is likely to boost the influence of his brother, Lachlan, who is seen as being far more sympathetic to right-wing causes. My resignation is due to disagreements over certain editorial content published by the company's news outlets and certain other strategic decisions, James said in his resignation letter. In a statement, Rupert, chairman of Fox and News Corp's executive chairman, and Lachlan, chief executive and executive chairman of Fox and co-chairman of News Corp's board, expressed gratitude for James's many years of service to the company. We wish him the very best in his future endeavors. The News Corp board will be reduced to 10 seats from 11. The company gave no indication it would look for another board member. While the move was reported as likely to be based on 47-year-old James's disagreement over the company's skeptical reporting of the climate change crisis, some observers believe it was more likely to have come from the 89-year-old patriarch, who continues to maintain an iron grip despite a presentational handover of power to his sons. It's always been controlled by Rupert and only Rupert, one said. James Murdoch has had little to do with News Corp's publishing arm since 2013, when it was split off from what were then profitable family-owned TV and film holdings. His departure from the board is therefore largely ceremonial. The resignation note is just to show the world and his friends he doesn't believe in it. It's meaningless in a sense. It's to show I'm a good guy, said the source. In 2007, the elder Murdoch appeared to confirm that he was supportive of his son's commitment to the climate crisis issue and pledged to move the companies toward carbon neutrality. I was probably a bit more skeptical than my son James, who's a complete convert, and who converted me, Murdoch said. I don't think there's any question of my conviction on this issue. I've come to feel it very strongly, he continued. But James Murdoch's full support for environmental causes has only in recent months become fully understood. He and his wife, Catherine, a former employee at the Clinton Climate Change Initiative, have donated to U.S. organizations targeting climate change and electoral interference, as well as the presidential campaigns of Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden. Earlier this year, James issued a rebuke of his family's media empire and its promotion of climate change skeptics during Australia's bushfire inferno, which devastated thousands of square miles and killed or displaced as many as 3 billion animals. Catherine and James's views on climate are well established, and their frustration with some of the News Corp and Fox coverage of the topic is also well known, a spokesperson for the couple said at the time. But it is not just the climate crisis that has made James stand out. After condemning comments made by Donald Trump following a white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, James pledged a $1 million donation to the Anti-Defamation League.